Let's talk about a certain something too. Let's go off the subject of the DCEU. We can go back to it though, guys, but I'm just going to jump. I'm going to jump topics to the third topic, probably the final topic, because I had a feeling I had a fourth one, but I was like, I didn't really care for it. So, but Paul Feig still blaming others for Ghostbusters. My God, I like Paul Feig. I do sometimes. He's made some great movies. Bridesmaids, I Spy. Was it I Spy or just Spy? It was Spy. What's the one? What's the cop movie? I forgot the cop movie. Also with what's her name? I like all those. I like those movies. Those are great, hilarious movies. Okay. When it came to Ghostbusters, not a fan. Definitely not a fan. Okay. And I guess recently, he was it Cop Out? No, I think that's a Kevin Smith movie. That's a Kevin Smith movie. I'm trying to what is this cop movie? I'm like drawing a blank, man. My brain is just not freaking working today. I tell you what. But Paul Feig will never be relevant when he was in Heavyweights. He was in Heavyweights. There you go. The Heat. That's what I was talking about. I didn't know he was in Heavyweights. He was really in Heavyweights? Ben Stiller was in that movie. He was one of the dickhead trainers. Happy Time Murders. That movie was horrible. That movie should have just been a 6-minute sketch. That should not have ever been a movie. You sure you're saying Feig's name right? It sounds like you're saying, I know, it almost does say that. Paul Feig, got to be careful with that. Apparently, yeah, anyways. Yeah, we're talking about the all-female Ghostbusters movie, the one that he made. So basically, this is what he had to say. What's interesting, though, guys, look, I'll show you right here, is I saw Comic Book Resources. They tweeted out this right here. So we have this right here that says, Ghostbusters director believes 2016 election affected film's reception. Okay, so then when I go and click on the damn thing, there. No, nothing there. Nothing there. I'm not sure. And I kind of looked through and I did not see really the article. I don't know if they removed it or what, but I was like not seeing the article at all. So I don't know what the hell happened to the article. So, but luckily I saw Mr. Matt Jarbo, if he's still in the chat, he actually did some screenshots and he actually brought up the quote right here. And I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe it's not an accurate quote, but according to this all right here, this is the quote that he had to say right here. I think some really brilliant author needs to write a book about 2016 and how intertwined we were with Hillary and the anti-Hillary movement. It was just this year. It was just this year, and everyone was at a boiling point. I don't know if it was having an African American president for 8 years teed them up. They were just ready to explode. There's tapes of Donald Trump going, now the Ghostbusters are only women? What's going on? It's crazy how people go nuts about women trying to be empowered and be in positions they weren't normally in. And it was ugly. It was an ugly, ugly year. And okay, so if that's the actual quote, even though it seems like the article disappeared, Mr. Paul Feig, it's time to internalize. It's been 4 years. Apparently, he has some 3.5-hour cut, too, by the way. And I'm okay with seeing that cut. I'm sure it's probably going to be way better than what was given to us for Ghostbusters in 2016. But it's time to internalize. My whole thing about Ghostbusters, my review about Ghostbusters, and maybe one of these days I'll rewatch it if I'm really, really intoxicated. The first like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, I actually enjoyed. But I enjoyed it if it wasn't a Ghostbusters film. Okay? I love Kristen Wiig. And then you had Kate McKinnon. You had, what's her name, man? Names are eluding me. Who's in the Heat and who's the chubbier one? I don't want to say that. That sounds bad. You know what I'm talking about. It's the funniest one, pretty much, out of that whole group. But Melissa McCarthy. There you go. It finally hit me. Melissa McCarthy, I like her. I liked her in Spy. She was hilarious in Spy. I liked the cast. Leslie Jones never was really her on Saturday Night Live. She had some funny moments, but I never really found her like that much funny. That really funny. Oh man, Matt, you thought The Heat was a terrible movie? Oh man, I actually like The Heat, but the fat one. Sorry, I said the chubby one. Hey, to be honest, Bridesmaids was funny. Hemsworth was terrible. He just was basically just a moron and everything. But the fact of the matter is, Paul Feig, the movie just didn't work. I mean, I said like the first 20 minutes, half hour, when it felt like it wasn't a Ghostbusters film, it could have been something enjoyable. It could have been. But once it started getting into the Ghostbusters stuff, that's where I started checking out, because it just turned into like a parody of a movie that was already a parody, kind of, really. Because if you think about it, Ghostbusters is just kind of a, it wasn't to be taken seriously. It was a horror, well, not even really a horror movie. It was a comedy, But the fact of the matter is, Ghostbusters 2016, it's just, there were so many cringy moments. And then, of course, they were trying to add to it, with more gadgetry and stuff. Kate McKinnon, I can handle Kate McKinnon in small doses, I feel. Anytime she's in a movie and she's acting really quirky, she was actually good in Bombshells. I'll give her that. But she acted normal. But anytime she acts like a Looney Tune, I can only handle in small doses. Like on Saturday Night Live, she's great. She's absolutely great. But her like Egon version, which she does look like Egon from the cartoon with the blonde hair and the glasses. I think that's what they were kind of going for. It got to be too much. And the fact that Paul Feig never wants to say like the stuff that he could have improved or made something, made better or whatever. And maybe the 3.5 hour cut is something, could be brilliant. But when I saw that, I was actually supportive of it. I was like, cool, more Ghostbusters. I'm a big Ghostbusters fan. I want more. But as soon as I saw that first trailer, guys, as soon as I saw that first trailer and he made Stay Puft Marshmallow Man a possessed parade balloon, I started worrying. And then the whole Slimer thing where it showed Slimer with Girl Slimer in the Ecto one or whatever. I started going, uh-oh. And when I saw the movie, yeah, big uh-oh, okay? I mean, the fact that they totally didn't even acknowledge the original movies. It was a total reboot. It was not supposed to recognize any of that. Sure, there's cameos from those actors, but it was ridiculous, okay? They threw Bill Murray out of the firehouse window from a ghost dragon? He got thrown out of the window by a ghost dragon and killed. Bill Murray. Fantastic. Dan Aykroyd as some, hey, New Yorker, taxi driver. That's right. I got the thick New York accent. And then he has to say the line, yeah, what are you talking about? I ain't afraid of no ghost. I was like, oh, what are you doing, Dan? Ernie Hudson was Leslie Jones's like uncle or dad. I don't know. I mean, they had a statue of Harold Ramis. That was kind of nice. I'm like, okay, good on you, but no, terrible. Okay, so Paul Feig, please internalize. Yeah, I'll give you some of it. There was some misogyny and sexism and a little bit of racism, but no, the main thing is the movie sucked. Okay. And it was a spit in the face to diehard Batman fans. See, I'll go back to Batman. Diehard Ghostbuster fans. Okay. I'm a diehard Ghostbuster fan. I was supporting it until I saw that trailer, and I knew that some bad fuckery was happening with the Ghostbusters franchise, and Ghostbusters Afterlife is hopefully going to redeem all that. It seems like it's going to, but my God, we're supposed to get it like next month, and now we got to wait another year? We have to wait till March of next year to get Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, Paul Feig needs to just stop blaming others, stop blaming political stuff. I know I'm not saying that there's not a little bit of that. There definitely is. But I mean, the movie just sucked. It just was not good. It just wasn't good. Sorry. Yes, Reza. I did. I got it. I just haven't had time to look it over yet, and I will. But this could be something pretty cool. He did a supercut, supercut of something. I won't say what it is, but yeah. Yeah, Bill Murray looked more dead, and yeah, he did. And he phoned it in. He didn't care. He didn't care about it. But yeah, the Murray cameo was just terrible. Yeah, it was. And like I said, I'm all for getting a Feig cut. Getting a Feig cut. That sounds very weird. Yeah, it almost sounds like I'm gonna say like a little derogatory term right there. I'm all about Paul Feig. Like, hey, get out a 3.5 hour Ghostbusters. Let's see. But he never like goes, well, maybe I should have did this. Maybe I should have did a sequel movie as opposed to doing a full on reboot. He never talks about any of that. He always blames like the political climate. He always blames sexism, racism. It's like, dude, your Bridesmaids movie is a classic. How is it that everybody loves that movie, Bridesmaids, and even other movies with female leads, but yet nobody wanted to, nobody cared for your Ghostbusters movie? Okay, nobody cared for it. Just internalize, please. Stop blaming and yeah, you don't need to see the movie. Remember doing Dave, I remember doing a Suicide Squad and Ghostbusters double feature. What bad day. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So not Feig, but Feig. Sorry. Did I say Feig right there? I think I was saying Feig at first. Did he make it? Yeah. See, he made it a remake. It shouldn't have been a remake. It should have been a sequel. Thing with Ghostbusters is that Amy Pascal had gone to Paul 3 times before he reluctantly agreed to do it. Yeah, I remember hearing that. I think Matt even did a video about it on Midnight's Edge. I remember I was watching all that. That was a few years ago when that series of videos came out, because I was fascinated on what was all happening behind the scenes. But it's just like, yeah, it seemed like that she wanted to keep going to him to like do this, and I guess he turned it down, but then he wanted to do it his way, and his way was, of course, doing this. And the new team is supposed to be a mixture of guys and girls, which is, God forbid you have guys and girls in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was like some kind of alien ghost like concept. I guess that kind of came to be. I mean, they had this ghost dragon that was like wreaking havoc that came out and killed Bill Murray. Well, to be fair, bro, yeah, I know it's a different. Yeah, that was before all the woke shit. But I mean, I think Bridesmaids would still work today. I mean, what was that one Girl Trip or whatever that also came out? I mean, people just want good movies. Mainly just want good movies. Yes, there's going to be people that are going to do the political stuff and everything. But the fact of the matter is, and I said this was going to happen. I said as soon as Ghostbusters flops at the box office, they're going to point the fingers at misogyny. That's exactly what they did, and he continues to do 4 years later. 4 years later, get over it, man. Please internalize.